Politicians are the most intriguing species in the Philippines. The traditional politician, or its other name, the TRAPO, has 3 stages. The first stage, known as the election stage, is expected that this stage will generate millions of banners and posters, acting like they deserve credit for inventing humans. The second stage, the celebration stage. They finally win and officially become a politician. The third and final stage is known as the office stage. Once they become a politician, they will probably just do jack shit and do nothing on the issues of the area and maybe steal a bit of money. However, a mutation of the species were discovered of politicians who are holding a spot in the government, trying to make you aware that every project that they have made has their name in it. Nowadays, the mutation has spread to most TRAPOs, stemming from their insecurity that they are not popular enough to remain a politician. So instead of spending money and actually providing useful projects, they will instead claim every single mundane project that happens under their area as their own. However, the mutation has shown signs of growth, as it created a new subspecies of the politician, the main character. The main character just doesn't claim their projects. They claim the air, safe driving, holidays. They own them. It is their projects. They are the reasons why those exist. I mean, we paid for the projects, but they're the ones who's starting them. So we should be grateful and vote for them because they couldn't possibly do any wrong. That was the most fucked recording I've ever done.
Amazing Earth, hosted by Ding Dong Dantes. Ngayong linggo na, dito lang sa GMA.
Anyway, one key element of a main character is naming projects and initiatives after themselves. Like Your Milk, a project in Manila that gives free milk to students. Your Milk. Kinda sounds similar to Yorme, the mayor. If you don't know, Yorme is a nickname that refers to Isko Moreno, the mayor of Manila, and the word is just a play on word of mayor. He didn't donate those milks, by the way, contrary to what people think when they hear the name. The budget of the project are taxpayers of the city, so why would the mayor do this? Of course, to gain popularity. He's what's known as a populist, or a politician who tries to appease the common person and goes against the established order politicians, even though he's very touchy to them. Or maybe just a greeting for Valentine's. Can politicians use thousands of pesos just to advertise themselves? Like, it's funny, we are at a point in society where lawmakers or those in the government are more concerned with spending thousands and maybe even millions of pesos to portray themselves greeting you for Valentine's rather than providing any concrete plan or goal when they're in office. Looks like the hitmaker of my previous video has returned for this year's Chinese New Year. Let me repeat myself. Why are politicians so concerned with trying to put themselves in Chinese New Year celebrations or graduations? Like, what's the point? What's the goal other than trying to brainwash people into knowing who you are? You're a politician, not a model. I think there is a possibility that the budget for designing and printing the paper is equivalent or maybe even more than the food itself. It's literally just tuna and rice. What kind of service is this? If they're already pinching money off of their campaign budget, what are they gonna do with taxpayer money? I find it crazy that most seminars or events are so detached from politicians, apart from budget or maybe a speech, but they act like the main guys. It's like the producers of a movie demanding that they should be in a poster of a movie because they helped fund it. And it's an international event. What's the point of trying to appease the foreigners when they don't even vote here? Even on government documents, they won't leave their fucking faces out. Bro, most people who file a paper for the governor will obviously know who you are, or your name is in the paper. What the fuck is the purpose of this edition? And why is there a random guy there? Who is he? Why is he in the fucking paper? Oh god, there's more. This one cracks me up because he literally just took a fucking selfie and called it a day. Speaking of events, this is some narcissist level of narcissism. Like, how arrogant do you have to be to not only name an event after you, but also name almost every activity after you? Well, the story actually goes deeper, because this has also happened in the past, but the mayor has tried, keyword tried, to ban this. claiming that the naming of sports events named after mayors has been a thing since the people behind the naming of these events are the organizers themselves, calling to depolitize sports in the city. But considering that it happened again, I don't think there is much effort into actually putting a stop to this. Yes, the blame is less on the mayor, but if you're gonna ban the practice while it slips by and happens again, I think there is some level of skepticism in that call. There are two things in this image. The one thing is that there is a level of irony in politicians trying to help the people while trying to benefit out of their good deeds, whilst the people still struggle. And the other thing, why the fuck is Bong Revilla putting a welcome sign at a place that is over 100 kilometers from his province? I am in absolute disbelief. Like, how? How did we get here? At what point in human growth and civilization resulted in the development of one state to come up with this and feel that this is what they need? Yes, this will surely help develop our country and would be a benefit to our people. The bar for people's egos is too low nowadays. Back then, someone needed to become president and actually do useful things, and it would still not be enough. Nowadays, just becoming a politician means printing out a piece of paper, sticking it on the wall, and calling it a day. Is this the secretary of the Department of Tourism for the country or her blog post? The country is experiencing a tourism drought since the pandemic, and the goal is to love the Philippines. I think the true goal is to love the secretary. You spent over 40 million pesos to rebrand tourism just to make a video that used free stock footage of other countries. Even the fucking Department of Tourism is being used for self-advertisement. This one is a bit of a flashback. This is probably the highest form of main character syndrome we have seen yet. Not only is the president the most well-known and significant politician for 6 years using train tickets to advertise themselves, and the fucking tickets look bad. So that is all I could share for this video. Remember that voting for politicians isn't a beauty pageant, but choosing the right people who can help you and your community. Vote wisely.